don't love nobody. Streets don't love nobody. The streets don't love nobody. Fuck around and be another body. The killing ain't nothing but a hobby. The streets don't love nobody. Streets don't love nobody. Fuck around and be another body. Killing ain't nothing but a hobby. Streets don't love nobody.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to another City Presents Vibing. It's your boy Cash. Y'all know how we do it. Got my man Frank Thomas with me on my left. I got my man Big Chill as always. Give us that additional guidance what we need.
What's happening?
All right, good people. Check this out. We'll get it started then, Chill.
What it do?
Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, boxing match last night.
Okay, I ain't see it, man.
You know Jake Paul won. He won in tremendous fashion. Knocked him cold.
Oh man.
Not right. Now with an man, I gotta ask. There's a question I need to ask. Jake Paul winning, was that a blow to the culture?
You know what, man? I don't want to sound too, like I'm being, one-sided. But I seen that overhand wild right, like that one dude from Brazil was swinging. Was it Carnella? What's his name? That was. What's the boxing dude name that gave Mayweather that hard time? That Brazilian guy.
Yeah, I can't think. I think that's his name. I'm not sure his name.
Man, he do got Paul got an overhand right that's so wild, almost like a girl swing, like a fag swing, that when it connect, it do damage to you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think people underestimating that overhand right, man. It looked wild, and he ain't really, Is that what knocked him out? See what I'm saying, man? And it's like, that's his only weapon. But that mug, it's like you can't stop it. It's like that windmill. So it's a blow to the culture. It's a blow to the culture because they ain't preparing for it.
Okay.
But for the boxing world, they just showing you how boxers nowadays ain't prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what you think?
I feel like, I'm gonna jump in real quick. I feel like with the guy Tyron Woodley, he probably was carrying a little arrogance because he do the MMA, so you gotta have a little bit of everything in your arsenal. You know what I'm saying? And he probably was feeling like not he need the training, but he ain't have to prepare too much for someone that they would call an amateur in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But Jake Paul been in that gym working, and it showed because I couldn't believe I still can't believe he knocked him out how he did. I'm talking about I ain't gonna say he was sleep chill.
Yeah,
he lost all feeling.
He was asleep.
You can tell he was gone when he caught that right. You know what I'm saying?
Look, yeah.
He was gone. Oh shit. I couldn't believe it.
It's a tremendous. It's a blow to the culture. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it what it is. It's a blow to the culture, simply because you know what? You didn't make it about one man against another. You made it all about. You made it about the culture. So once you made it about the culture, what more can you do?
And you talking about Woodley in the city?
Yeah, Woodley, you made it about the culture. You started all that about. Oh, you doing this? You didn't say this wasn't one man versus another man.
Right.
If that's what it was, but you made it about the culture. Now you done
So I
fucked
got a
up and got
question.
knocked on your ass.
I got a question. So who do
Go
you
ahead.
allow to speak for the culture? You feel me? If everybody
if you let it
qualified to
flow.
speak for the culture.
Not everybody qualified to
You're right.
speak for the culture, but in the situation we just talking about this in particular sport, that's what he was representing at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that was my thing.
I mean-
like, I wouldn't have gave a damn, but Woodley made it about the culture. He the one made it about the culture. He didn't make it to say, well, you know what, this me against you. He pulled the culture into it, and then you get knocked on your ass.
My man that fight Tyson
I mean,
Fury,
you ain't
Tyson
getting
Fury did the same thing.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So
It is
do we
bum
have
ass
the
out
right
there too.
representation representing the culture when they
No.
talk like that? Or do the culture need to step up like, hold on, man, you
Apparently
can't speak for us?
Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but just going with as far as the Tyson, I mean, what's the Wilder situation? Now I look at it a little different because you can't put it don't go as far as that because it's all boxing at that point. These is heavyweights going at it.
Yeah.
Anybody can get knocked on their ass in the sport of boxing, period. But
Okay, but
the
that's
smack talk I feel like is what
that's
made
what,
it different.
right. And that's
You know
my
what I'm
thing.
saying?
You're not saying it's a two gladiators going in.
Right.
You saying it's all about the culture. You still in the culture, and you brought up the culture. And now you ain't get knocked on your ass. You landed smack on your motherfucking face.
Yeah.
Come on, man. No. Poor representation. Very poor representation of
Yes.
culture.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it was bad for him last night. And you know it's all over social media. Everybody clowning him now. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap for him. He ain't gonna be talking no more about Jake Paul or nothing else after that one. You know what I'm saying?
He can't say shit.
That's a fact.
He can't say nothing.
Now the scary thing is his brother is supposed to be fighting Tyson, I thought, and I just don't think nobody should be wanting to get in the ring with Tyson. I don't understand his logic in that. Tyson, like what he said on Harlem Nights, he gonna kill that white boy. Tyson is crazy, man. Ain't nobody need to be getting in the ring with Tyson. Still in the age of 50. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? That boy a monster.
Unless you're a seasoned boxer, then okay, but
shit, you saw it in Roy Jones Jr.
Well, see, now you gotta see if they're gonna let the gloves go. Like with Roy and them, you couldn't hit in the face and all that stuff. Now, in this bout, will they be able to let the gloves go? Will they be able to, you know what I'm saying? Can Tyson just sidestep and throw that uppercut that he's famous for? I mean, can you do all that?
You know what, man? Since that man invoked the culture, right? Since he said this is for the culture, and he just showed that young man, knocked him clean out. Now that's going to empower other people of his culture to feel like they could do this. They already empowered on how they approach black people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And just like with Eddie Murphy made that joke a long time ago, when the Italian dudes went and seen Rocky, they got super cocky when it came to black people again. Yeah. And like the Moolah Young's gonna pay for it. You feel me? So that's giving certain cowards power now to step up and want to step out and try something. And if it's not checked instantly, unfortunately, it's gonna be a lot of rift behind. It's gonna just start watching the news. More and more people to other culture gonna start to step up and want to go fisticuffs on the regular basis. They're already trying to shoot.
Now, I'm not to, I'm gonna throw it in a political angle because I said the same thing when Trump got in office and got to doing the shit that he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, motherfucker got bold and just like, I mean, you were here, when you were walking the store, too many niggers in here, dead in your damn face. Like, what you say?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Even
Then
at,
it puts
even
you
at
in
the
a vulnerable
job, shit,
position
white
as a
people
black man. What's
say
that,
what?
Frankie?
Now, I was saying just even at the job you might be working at, white motherfuckers who would never say nothing was so bold when Trump got in office. They had a spine backbone that they never had to say whatever they felt like they could and get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I left Carmel, man. When that election started jumping off, that was one of the reasons, because their attitude had got so strong and changed so much. It was like, man, you know what? They gonna make me do something to them out here. Let me go back at least to where some of my people at. You know what I'm saying? And be surrounded at least by my own. You feel me? Even though our own could do you dirty too, but I'd rather be around somebody I could reach out to and see, and you know what I'm saying, versus just be at they beck and call to get damage done to you and nothing happened.
Right.
Right.
I understand that. That's a true statement because when I was working, I mean, going in these people's houses and these Trump supporters and some of the shit that they were saying, it's like, y'all do see me right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I'm gonna be professional because it's my job, but I ain't gonna let y'all. Don't go too far. There was a couple of houses that I was in. I'm like, yo, you might want to tone that down right now, cause next thing finna happen, one of y'all finna fly out this damn window.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And they did on purpose just to try you, just to see what you was gonna do or say.
Exactly.
You know, it was a different. You know, the feeling that white motherfuckers got when Trump got in office is a feeling I ain't gonna say we wanted to have, but we wanted to have when Barack was in office. You know what I'm saying? Well, we felt like it's a nigga in power who got our back, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't nigga in power.
Yeah, well, that's
now,
what we know.
Now, if a person like Farrakhan got in office, then that'd have been a different story.
That's a fact.
Then them ones would have been like, what's happening?
All right, now chill. I gotta ask you.
What's up, fam?
You really think Farrakhan, and I'm just asking,
Mm-hmm.
do you really think Farrakhan fit to be president of the United States?
He would never be president, but at the same time, I'm not gonna say he's fit to be president, but at the same time, I think he could be a great leader. He is a great leader, but it's gonna be, it's gonna be almost. I hate to say it, but it's gonna be Shia Maror law. It's gonna be Shia law. It's gonna be Islamic law. You feel me?
Okay. I'll tell you what, we got some people that's listening. And if y'all listening on whether y'all listening on YouTube, what, Cash Chronicles, hey, just hit my messenger and I'll type the link. I'll text you the link, and you want to get in this video chat with us and be seen and heard, just let me know. But yeah.
Farrakhan is president, boy, that'll be a sight to see right there. I tell you, because not only is he black, but he a Muslim too, and those definitely two things that they don't want in office.
Well, see, now here's my thing about that. Now, as a president, now we all didn't grew up and we all sing, but you supposed to be for the people. So that means you're supposed to be for whether black, white, Asian, Chinese, Venezuela, whatever. If you here, you're supposed to be there. I just can't see Farrakhan. I can see you can just get your black ass up over there and go sit down, and that white devil can get the hell out of this office right now. And man, I just can't see Farrakhan.
Hey, but you know what though? Mr. Farrakhan said himself. He said everybody wanted President Barack Obama to be that hard charger. He said, but he answered to somebody else. And them same people that President Obama had to answer to, Farrakhan would have to answer to as well. And that's why a lot of people in their positions don't become politicians, because they could do more outside that political realm than in that realm.
Okay, my man Ed, what's happening with you? Ed say Farrakhan has a spine, Obama didn't. All right.
True that.
So now, Ed, let me ask, like to piggyback on what Chill just said. Do you think if he was president, would he succumb to everybody? Would he succumb to what they saying, or would he play the game like Obama did?
I definitely think you got to play ball when you're in that position, but at the same time, he wasn't going to exactly just bend over like Obama did. You know what I'm saying? He would have definitely said some strong no's or some shit like, I ain't doing it. Fuck it, I ain't doing it.
Well, now, you know, they vetoed a lot of Obama stuff now. Yeah. You know, a lot of stuff.
Exactly. And that's because we lost the Senate and the House in the midterm after he first got elected president. So that changed the whole dynamics of anything. But at the same time, everything that President Obama wanted to really get done, like the gay rights, the gays in the military, the agendas that you can only lead people in the direction they want to go.
Right.
And the people in power in the direction they want to go. So regardless of what you want to do, who is the last president that actually tried to go outside the grain and do what they want to do?
Well,
name it.
Probably Clinton when he
and what happened to him? And what happened to him?
That's what I said. That's what I tell him.
And they killed him.
That's what I told him.
Well,
he was the last president to do that, and they killed him.
They said this nigga getting too close to Martin. Now.
What about Clinton? He did get his dick sucked. I mean,
Clinton was just a cool ass president. That's what I would say. Clinton was a cool president. He said shit sounded good, but
Clinton,
they all pass bullshit. Let's just make it clear. They all gonna pass some bullshit that's gonna fuck up niggas. They all done did it from Barack to Bill. But like I just said, JFK, he probably had this bullshit, but he was about to make a real change. And they put it on camera to make sure that change wasn't gonna happen. To warn everybody else, y'all think y'all gonna play with us, and we'll kill y'all on TV for everybody to see. To let y'all know we ain't playing.
Just think about it like this. In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, every society around the planet Earth had a revolution. In the 60s, we was going through our revolution. In every country around the world, America is the only country that the people lost the revolution. And then in the 2000s, every country that won their revolutions by the people, President Barack Obama had them killed. Now go figure that. Real talk. Just look at that. Just look at the parallel about what happened. The people in America, black, white, Indian, all that, we lost the revolution. And the main people that was the head of the revolutions, it was all killed off on national TV for everybody to see. So the next one to step up, this is what y'all can expect.
So play ball.
You bring up a point. I'm thinking about Bin Laden and
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi, yeah.
Syria. Look at them. Venezuela.
All of them.
Yeah.
Look at every country. America's the only one that lost their revolution. Because if you look at them time periods, everybody was up in arms against the American government, including some of the people in power in America, far as the presidents and some of the senators and different things like that. But when Kennedy made a speech, like a week or so before he got killed, about the secret societies that was running the government in America, and they killed him the next week after that. Just look it up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was out of here.
That's how they do you.
But I on some real shit, I really didn't feel. Like I said, that's why I love having you on the show, because I mean I know about all them being killed, but it never even registered in my mind the way you just said it.
I know the story with Saddam. He was about to bring together the Middle East and Africa because the real wealth is in gold.
Yeah, that's Gaddafi.
Gold for all this money. That was Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
They ain't got enough gold for all of this money that we keep printing, so our money ain't really got enough value. That's why they started basing the dollar off oil, so it can keep that value of the gas. You gonna read that real quick?
Okay, my man Eddie saying politics. Got to be willing to be cutthroat, or you gonna catch hell. I gotta agree with you on that.
That's why, like the strong, some of the more strongest nations is the ones that don't be going for that bullshit. That's why, China always gonna be secretly beefing with the US, Japan, Russia. They learn how to play both sides of the fence with them.
I always said that. I always said that.
They fuck with America to know how they, if shit pop off, like, all right, y'all keep playing, but y'all done let us through the back door already.
Yeah.
Y'all done let us through the back door. So they know how to tiptoe, America know how to tiptoe because they really don't want no problems with it, because Russia is one of the ones that they gonna really do some shit if it have to be done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like just how you said, man, chill, man. Like I was telling people when the COVID shit jumped off and they killed the president of Haiti because he was one of the presidents that's saying that he didn't want to have none of his people to get the shots. 2 weeks later, they said a regime, came in and killed everybody in his house, but coincidentally, that came after he said that shit. Nah, it's a wicked.
And check this out.
Money.
You seen they captured the dudes that the dudes that physically killed them, right?
Right.
Have you heard anything else about that?
Not a damn thing.
Exactly.
Ain't heard nothing.
Exactly. That's how they do. It's with everything that happened in this country, man. We can go, to a mass shooting. It could be somebody white. They get charged. They go to jail. You never really hear how long they really supposed to go for, or even if they still in jail, it just kind of gets swept under the rug. I feel like they just throw the cuffs on them for the show, and they just let them out the back door. Like job well done. That's what I be, my conspiracy mind be thinking.
Yeah.
Frank, remember the shooting in Vegas?
Was that the gay dude?
Goddamn, the one that
the dude that on top of the hotel.
Top of the hotel. Yeah, older cat.
Right.
Now, I don't know if y'all remember this. I re-spoke about it a long time ago. But after he did that, him and that Asian woman that's supposed to be his girlfriend, they were seen months later at another hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Somebody took a picture of them and put it out there in the world for the world to see, and then they just swept them the rug. They never, when they showed his so-called dead body, all they showed was his feet. They didn't show him shot up. They just showed his feet. That's all they showed. Now, normally when they killed Gaddafi, they showed him getting beaten, drugged through the streets. When they killed Saddam, they showed him getting hung. But here go a man did a mass shooting in the major city, and all they showed was his feet. And then a few months later, somebody took a picture of him and the same Chinese lady he was with, or I think she was Filipino, and took a picture of them in another casino out in Atlantic City, New Jersey, a couple months later.
Remember about the black guy? I believe it was Texas. Was it Texas?
Bald-headed dude.
Well, no,
yeah, both.
Cheeky on and everything.
You done because you gotta touch on
that.
Everything in it with the chicken.
Chicken bowl, everything. I'm gonna
I just feel like it was just like, no, we never seen this guy. We never saw nothing.
Just disappeared.
Yeah, we sent the bomb. We sent the robot in there and it blew him up.
Come about the one in Dallas?
Yeah, there you go. In Texas, yeah.
Yeah, the black dude.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but that just, to me, I was like, what? Like, wait a minute. Y'all did what?
No sense.
Y'all sent the bomb in there and just blew him up. He was a terrorist. We don't negotiate with terrorists and all this shit. Motherfucker, you got motherfuckers shooting up the whole motherfucking movie theaters and all that shit. Y'all go get them Burger King.
Exactly.
And they make it home safe.
Yeah. Safe and sound.
And then put a nice picture up of him. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. He just went crazy. But they not terrorists, though. You know what I'm saying? They killing waves of people.
Right.
I wanted to go back to that Las Vegas shooting because I wanted to say when it happened, they were saying that it wasn't just shooting coming from the roof. It was shooting coming from the lower level, too. Like, it was more than one person there.
It was more than one person. Yeah.
Is this the same guy that they said came through the front door with all the guns and shit and the big bag. Ain't nobody checking. Is this the same dude?
Exactly.
About?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That same.
Come on, now. Come on, man. Y'all let it, that don't even make sense to come into a casino with a big ass bag through the front door. And y'all ain't gonna check this, man.
You know, a lady I worked with at the hospital, some of her people got shot that day, right? And they said the same thing, that shots was coming from other multiple directions. It wasn't just coming from up high. They said they was basically in the kill box. They was based in positions where regardless where they ran, it was just like shooting ducks in a barrel.
That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy.
Nah, but that's the way it be, man. And motherfuckers want to sit there. I mean, granted, I'm the type of person, I'm kind of a joyous type person, but a lot of people think like, okay, you know, you do the radio show, you turn up, we joke and we jive a lot, and we do, you know, but for all practical purposes, I never turn a blind eye to nothing that's going on, that's happening around here, you know. Now, if you want to, like, my thing is, okay, you know, shit happens, but then it's like, you sit back and you look at it, and it's like y'all said, they sweep the shit up under the rug so motherfucking fast.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? By the time we say something about it, it's old fucking news.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And they out here killing waves of people. I mean, not to make it about that, but I mean, you know, the Nipsey situation. He got shot. You heard one thing about the dude who killed him. Now, like, that's being swept under the rug. I ain't heard about how he got charged, how long he's supposed to be in jail for. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
man. And I'm not trying to crack jokes about this shit. I know I got a morbid sense of humor, but you know, they like Chris Rock said, you know, they say Martin Luther King was assassinated. Malcolm X was assassinated.
Yeah.
Nipsey just got his ass shot up. And he just got fucked up. Right. I mean, I'm not gonna label that as an assassination.
But even still though, you know, my conspiracy mind, you know what I'm saying?
It was a hood assassination.
He was still took out, and it just still the air just still smells of a setup. You know what I'm saying? It just don't feel right.
Yeah, but at the same time,
you know,
like, go ahead, Chill. Go ahead.
Check this out. You know, back in the days when a lot of different people we knew was getting in trouble, right?
Right.
And some situations happened, and the feds was watching. And some people end up, you know, killing the dude while the feds was watching.
Right.
They could have stopped and everything, but they didn't stop it. They allowed circumstances to happen because they felt like this would get that person out the way. Now I don't have to do nothing. Nature took its natural course.
And that's how they felt.
Okay.
And that's
Nature took its natural course. All we gotta do is sit back, you know, and let them kill themselves to a certain degree.
And
we can stop it at any time. They could have stopped Biggie from getting killed, and they could have stopped Pac from getting killed. But they wanted that to happen. They, you know, you feel me? So yes, it was some street stuff that did it, like you said, Cass. But Frankie, like you said, at the same time, it's conspiracy because it could have been prevented.
Oh,
but why prevent it?
Now, if you want, they could have stopped it. I mean, if you got taps on everybody, which I feel like they do, so
yes, they do.
It don't matter if we talking via, you know, I got some family members that, I mean, me and Frank was just talking about how everything is a conspiracy theory. And, you know, but the truth of the matter is, dude, between these TVs, these phones, these watches, these motherfucking, whatever you put on your headphones, they want to hear you, they can hear you, man. So if they want you, they gonna come get you. You can sit there and talk on this motherfucker. You can talk face to face, but motherfucker, that motherfucking watch you got on, that motherfucking, all this electronic shit. I'll turn my phone off. That motherfucker turn that motherfucker on. I know a motherfucker right now. Hey, man, motherfucker raided his house, gave all his electronics back here. Sorry, wrong. Man, keep that shit. You might want to keep that shit with you.
Hey, remember the movie Will Smith had enemy of the state.
Right.
Yeah.
They were showing you then where we was at with with NSA, and then a few years later, the same thing y'all saying, the dude Snowden broke the ball and told everything. Like you just said, man, they watching everything American people are doing, and we gave them the right. We gave our rights away by signing and saying, yeah, hit my location. Yeah, do this. Yeah, I want to sign up for this. And they tell you in plain English, when you sign up for this, your location will be shared with other users so it could make it friendly and accessible and blase and skip it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a fact.
Yeah, it's gonna make it friendly and accessible.
It be them apps on the phone. It be
Yeah.
You can download an app that's about games, and the games be like, we gotta access your contacts and your text. What you need to access my contacts and text messages for me to play Pac-Man? You know what I'm saying? That should be wild.
Wow, but I mean that's just the way it is, man. That's the way it is. I'll say if they want you,
That's what it boiled down to. And they don't want you till you start messing with the money. When you
Yeah.
you got a large scale, that's when they gonna come get you.
All right, unless
You know
you
what
just
I'm
a
saying?
stupid motherfucker. You just out here doing shit. And then because a lot of motherfuckers get out here and they get to talk about I'm a killer. Oh, that motherfucker, he didn't kill 10, 15 people. Ain't nobody touched. You think they don't know he killing these motherfuckers? Like you said earlier, Chill, you just making the job easier for us.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't want to do the paperwork looking for this little motherfucker no damn way.
Remember the guy in Atlanta that they said killed the Atlanta child killings, right?
I was just talking about that the other day.
Now, you remember they had said that when they showed the movie and everything that they knew the Klan was behind majority of them killings. But they didn't want Atlanta to go off into a race war. They didn't want America to go into a race war. And I went down to Alabama to visit my grandparents that summer that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
My great-grandmother, rather. And my grandmother told my grandfather, when you get past Indianapolis, hold on to Willie's hand everywhere y'all go, right? Because every so many years, they having just general conversation in the Avenue before we pulled off. They like, baby, that's the Klan down there killing them boys. Because every so many years, they do a culling, which is a killing. And they go around and just straight randomly just start killing people. But it don't get reported. But because they did the killing the way they did it, they had to find a scapegoat. Because if you look at back in the days, all them different cities all around the country, every 10 years, they would go on a rampage and just start killing a lot of black men or black families.
What hell?
They did in Rosewood. Go ahead, bro. What you say?
I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to cut you off, but we ain't even got to go that far. We could go back into the 80s with the shotgun killer.
Yeah.
Chris Peters.
Yeah, I remember him. He was in the Marine Corps.
Well, and I knew Chris personally. Actually, I knew him. You know, he was praying with my uncles. That was him and Ronnie Harris. They both of them got trumped up on them charges.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, they were saying that they were going around just randomly murdering people.
Yeah.
So with a shotgun.
Right.
So that's how
shotgun killer.
But then they had the way that they had the description. The description may or may not kind of even favored Ronnie a little bit, but because they were saying he was a white guy and Ronnie was like this real high yellow dude with his long curl and all that. But Chris, our complexion had a box, but they labeled him the shotgun killer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still in prison to this day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember that. I put him in one of my rounds back in the days.
I mean,
straight up because he was Marine, and I knew his people. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but what do? You feel me? When they want to pin some on somebody, and you fit enough of the description, we got you. We got you now.
But now they kept saying it was one. You know? He's a shotgun killer. That's when they blame Ronnie Harris. Then I had to go from 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris didn't even fit the description that nobody saw.
That's fucked up right there. That's fucked up. You said he was a Marine?
Yeah, he was a Marine.
That's crazy. You know, my conspiracy mind going off because
Yeah, exactly.
Because
it's easy to pick somebody that's trained to be a killer to make them out to be the one that is who done it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I could see.
Right.
Ronnie was just an average everyday street cat.
Mm-hmm. But guess what? He was with a trained killer.
Yeah, and he looked, and Ronnie fit the description.
Mm-hmm.
Take their life away, boy.
Oh yeah, they'll never see light of day.
Well, how many people did they say they killed?
Man, shit. This was what? This is what, early mid 80s, chill.
That was the 90s.
Was it? I don't think it was quite the 90s.
Yeah,
late 80s.
I came home from the military. I came home. That was in 93, 92 or 93.
No, chill. I think they was gone before then, man.
I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Yeah. I think they was gone before then, man. Cause shit, I was still in school when that shit jumped off.
92, 93.
I graduated in 91.
We're gonna see. It might have been 91 then 92.
But I mean, just the whole situation of it all was that, you know, these cats got rammed up. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Ronnie and
it was 1990, fam.
Well, okay, I give it 90. That was when they
it was
found,
1990.
Is that when he got sentenced?
No, they said it was. I'm gonna put an article up now. My computer going so slow, but he killed the Indian guy at the gas station. Well, they allegedly he killed the Indian guy at the gas station.
But you got to remember, it was going on before then.
Right.
When that was the one they felt like they could tie. What it is that I'm not gonna say he did or didn't do it. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I think
it say within less than 2 months in late 1990. A shotgun killer took the lives of 7 people and wounded or fired shots at several others at semi-random sites scattered across Lake and Porter counties. Those killers were shot at close range, mostly in the head. The crime scene was grisly. The shooting begins October 30th, 1990, when Lawrence E. Mills, 43 of Hammond, was shot in the head and killed. So it started in Hammond. And then it do say a light-skinned man. Let me see. It said, and Mark Becker, you all know Mark Becker.
Ooh, Lord,
who was that?
Oh, he had it out for every little black motherfucker in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, he was a monster.
He was the definition of the boogeyman.
So what? He in jail now?
No, he was a fed. He was a fed.
Okay. Federale. He had it out. That, like I said, he was the definition of the boogeyman.
Okay, check this out. What you just saying, fam? It said the St. John girl, Nikki, told police her attacker was black. For unknown reasons, her description was changed to white or light-skinned in police report, Becker said. And then it said also, like he said, that the description of a white man matched descriptions given by the survivor in Seal Lake. So all these people out, they all describing the white man, and all of a sudden it turned to a black man.
Exactly.
That's fucked up, boy.
And then they tried to pin it on Ronnie because Ronnie was high yellow. Yeah. Oh well, no, that's what they meant. It was him because he was high yellow, and they just thought he was white.
Right. They said it was a high yellow man or a white man or a white man or a light-skinned black man. That's what the police said. But the witnesses said it was a white man. Cause remember they had the sketch of him. They had the sketch of the dude in the paper with long, creepy hair and the skull cap on.
Right, but Ronnie had the curl back then. The ice.
Yeah, right.
Damn, boy, it took some.
Yeah.
Boy.
So he killed 7 people. So Christopher Peterson.
I'm sorry, it did it to me.
And they said Christopher Peterson, who later changed his name to Obadiah Ben Israel, was a black man with a deep discern for white people record say. And they said a day after killing, he confessed to killing 7 people and wounding 2 others.
Yeah.
Now Peterson, now 51, denied any involvement.
Shit, I'm 9 times 10. They beat that motherfucking confession out of him.
Exactly. And then they got his friend Ronald Harris, now 51, was of mixed race and accomplished him on several of the shootings.
I'm telling you, I knew them cats, man. They were older than me, but I knew them cats.
My dude was married to what's his name, sister, I think, to Patterson's sister. One of my dudes out the Marine Corps, because like I said, we all came from the Marine Corps. So when it happened, like I said, I put that in one of my songs, yeah, nigga, shotgun killer. I'm that nigga, some shit I said, but it was like I put that in my rhyme because it was like not to belittle him, but to honor him in a sort of a sense, because it was a setup. They just and because he did talk the way he talked, he did talk radical. And when they got him, he said some things to them white people that they was like, pissed them off. And they're like, oh, okay, nigga.
Oh, we got you.
We got you. We got you then. You going to jail for this.
And they did too.
It sound like
yep.
Boy.
Yeah.
Some shit I don't like.
That's how you was back then.
Shit crazy. That shit sad, man. It's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, they did them dirty, man.
Y'all said like this, it could have been anybody at that point.
Exactly.
Anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, man, I knew them cats. They were younger than me, but I knew them cats, man. Them cats used to run with my family. You know what I'm saying? I used to see them cats on the right. I used to, a damn shame. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I didn't run with them, but my people did. Yeah. You know,
there's some
right, on 49, from 49.
Right, they was on 49, because my grandma lived on 48th in Connecticut, so I used to be out there.
Right, my people from 49, so I used to be there every weekend, man. If I wasn't in Idaho, I was on 49. So I'm
right.
Looking at these motherfuckers, I'm going to the gas station for these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On Georgia, on 49th Georgia.
Right, at the we on the basketball court together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I knew the cat. I'll say, nah, that's bullshit. But I mean, when the powers that be want you, man, come and get you. Dude, you not getting that. I mean, unless it's some shit that they just fucked up, like, oh, you know what? All right, we fucked up too bad. We can't even get this motherfucker. But man, that motherfucker, man, what they thought about planting shit and doing this, losing motherfucking evidence wasn't nothing. And the motherfucker wouldn't say shit. Oh, well, that evidence got lost. Man, is you fucking serious?
Now, y'all making me think about another, Gary Tell, kinda. Now, I think they really did it, though. I think you was telling me a while ago about it was a couple that was going
Alden Coleman and Deborah Brown.
Alden Coleman, yeah.
Yeah, they did it.
yeah, they did that.
Did that shit.
Chad,
yeah.
Do you remember when the black van used to come around the projects from like 70, ever since I was in kindergarten up until I was in the 6th grade? They had the black van to come back every Halloween and used to kidnap and kill somebody every year.
I was kind of younger, so I couldn't go outside like that, like y'all was. But I heard about it. I always heard about it because that was like an urban legend that went on for years.
They was going around the whole West Side, kidnapping and killing kids every Halloween. They would come around the black van. They did up and kill like I was in the 6th grade. Then they just disappeared. That's when everybody in the hood used to do patrols in their neighborhood. Every neighborhood had their own patrols and stuff. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely. I He said they had a spooked out there. Hey, you know what, man? And it was so crazy that I mean, literally, like motherfuckers used to joke, like I just seen the van. But motherfucker really was seeing that van.
Yeah.
No, but you know they all of them had a white one. They had a white van too. Now they had that white van, and and it was so crazy. They found him, if I'm mistaken, in Ohio.
Yeah. They took an old man in Ohio. They let him live though.
Yeah, just sit under a tree.
That's crazy.
That's how they call him, sitting up under a tree. Just sitting under a tree.
That's crazy right there. He was ready then.
Oh no, he is what we would call the faces of fear. You did not want to see them two coming.
They was killing anybody. Kids, men, women.
Man, they was just, I think it was mostly focused on women and kids.
Yeah.
That's real psycho.
That was in 1984.
Yeah.
That was 1984. And also, remember the dude not too long ago? It was another serial killer that went around. They found on bodies after the snows came. The blizzard happened in Gary not too long ago. Maybe about how a lot of black girls back in the crib was coming up missing, and they caught the one dude that did it.
Yeah.
But they caught him in Portage. He got caught in Portage because he killed somebody in Portage, and that's how he got caught. But that winter in Gary, he had went around all around Gary, killing a lot of different women and stuff.
That matter of fact, I'm not to cut you off, but he was next door. I remember he stayed next door, like what is that? Junedale. Ain't that in Glen Park? Remember the baseball?
Yeah.
Game? He stayed right by Junedale, next to my cousin's girlfriend. Dude, we used to look at this motherfucker. We pass him a bit. Hey, man, you want a bill? Yeah, hey, how you doing? Dog, so when I saw his picture in the paper, I'm like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Check this out. This gonna trip you out. Two of our OGs caught that same dude trying to molest a little girl. They walked him through the projects in a tutu and was pistol whooping him and beating him up. And them same two dudes ended up going to prison because somebody called the police and said they had some dude hostage walking around the projects.
I remember that.
You know, I don't want to say the OG's name.
Right.
But
I remember that.
Right. And that same dude, they let him go. And he went on. That's the same guy they thought killed Yolanda Evans. The same guy they thought killed old girl in Terrytown that went to school, light-skinned old girl. What's her name?
Tina.
Dang. Tina. He killed so many different women that was associated out there and in Miller Projects and out there in the park. Because like you just said, he blended in and looked like a nobody. And people used to give him beer and this and that, whatever. And he got high. And he ended up killing them different women. And niggas had him hemmed up for molesting a little child. And the police intervened and arrested the dudes who had him hemmed up. And they went to prison for having that. And then he ended up killing so many different people from our community, so many different women for years.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
No, I'm looking right. I'm talking about when I say I'm looking at this motherfucker, I'm literally like, whenever we went over there, this motherfucker would just come out like, if we sit out there drinking, my cousin be like, oh, you want a bill? Yeah, and he'll come shoot the shit. And I kept telling, and I swear to you, chill, and I'm not bullshitting. I kept telling my cousin, rest in peace, Punk. I kept telling my cousin, like, man, I know that dude. Where the fuck do I know him from? And I kept telling that dude. I'm like, man, I know this motherfucker. But I kept saying, man, my cousin's like, oh, shit, he probably served him back in the day. He's a geeker. So
A little turtle looking nigga.
Yeah. And
That
it just
same
like,
dude.
and you know what I thought, and that's what I kept thinking. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe something back in the day.
That's what it was. They caught him up and was walking through the projects, pistol whooping and beating him up, and they was gonna pop him. And they was like, "Hey, chill, man, this nigga run around. What you supposed to do with him?" But I got my little nieces around. They all scared and screaming because all they see is a man getting beat up, and they not knowing what's going on. I'm like, "Man, don't do that, man. Get away from over here, man. Go on somewhere else with that." And they walking through the projects, just murking them, not murking them, but just beating them down. And somebody out there called the police on them, and they got arrested. And this dude ended up killing so many people from our community, Terrytown, Avenue, Miller, Edna, and the park. He killed so many different people. But then he got healed up when he killed that white girl out there in Portage.
This bring up, this come to mind, that it's really showing that it's a lot of mental issues in the Black community, and we ain't no way to really deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at shit like that, because when I hear shit like that, it make me think, because it's just like when they show these serial killers, like not Marilyn Man. What's the nigga name?
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson. It's like, what was that? Now, was he the one eating people?
No, Manson was just
raping women and shit.
Killing them.
So it just make me think, like, if you grew up and started doing this, where you learn this from? Where you learn this from? Because I don't think that kids are just being raised in an environment where they just all of a sudden think it's okay to kill people, unless they have seen that. You know what I'm saying? Or it's been taught to them somewhere, somehow. Well, now some things, something in their mind go crazy and they justify it at times, but it's something with it. Jeffrey Dahmer, thank you. It's something where I feel like, because Jeffrey Dahmer, like for example, for you to eat a nigga, that's just not normal. I feel like you had to have seen somebody get ate before. And I don't feel like people be looking at it all the way like that. We just label that one person as crazy. Like when the kids show up to school and we don't look at the parents. Nah, this shit is coming from somewhere. This is just not all random acts of violence. Now, we know that the kids today can be a little bit softer, so that's how they want to handle issues at times. But even beyond that, though, it's like something has been put in your mind where you thought that this was going to be okay. And to eat a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. And I mean, just in the story about, the guy who, was killing women, you know what I'm saying? It's some go up, maybe he kept getting dissed by women, he couldn't get a woman, whatever, but he targeted women in particular. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on in these motherfuckers' heads that ain't getting addressed.
But see, now that's just like, you gotta also think like, and I'm a firm believer that a lot of this shit is hereditary.
Yeah.
It's in the blood.
It's that. And unfortunately, some spirits that be passed down from generation to generation.
Right. And I really think that, man, because I'm going to tell you, I think like, people, it's hard to break a cycle.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And when you grow up, you see something, like you saying, they come from somewhere. It definitely comes from somewhere, because to grow up and see a person do this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? And I could speak for myself. For me to see my dad do some of the shit that he was doing, it was just like, oh, okay. So if I do this, I ain't gonna get in trouble, right? As long as I don't get caught. I wrote a story. I put it on hey y'all, check that out.
Cash Chronicles.
Cashzone.com. You know what I'm saying? Free up. But I wrote a story about, one time, because and Sheila, you might not know this, but my biological dad had moved out to the projects for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so crazy that Only reason I knew that he was living out there, I just happened to be walking down the street and he was sitting on the porch. And I'm like, well, damn.
Right.
Like, damn, how long you been out here? Motherfuckers like, oh, I've been out here about a month. You do know I stay right there, right, motherfucker? Like you really was here for a month. And you never said you was, but that's neither here nor there. That's another story I'm getting counseling on, but we can talk about that later. But you know what I'm saying? Old man was a motherfucker, man. He was do some shit. And you know, this one particular time, he had this guy with him, and I knew what my old man was finna do. I knew my old man was gonna rob him. Like, I getting this motherfucker liquored up. He gonna rob this motherfucker. Only thing is, I beat him too. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna rob him before you do.
Yeah, I read that, fam. That was nice.
No, and it was the truth. Right there, right there on 10th, dog. My old man stayed right there on 10th. Kind of like right. If you use on matter of fact, I'm not to call people name out, but I'm just gonna say Sean. My daddy stayed right in front of Sean now. On the side. Yeah, right there. And we leave it at that. And it was so crazy that, you know, and I seen everybody's rebuttal was like, man, your daddy should have beat your ass. Or you better be glad your daddy didn't beat your ass. I didn't think like my daddy was gonna beat my ass. Like I said, I knew my daddy wasn't mad at me because I did it. He was just mad that I beat him to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that if you grow up with this behavior, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, shit, here's the one motherfucker in the world that's supposed to teach me right and wrong. And he letting me do this shit. So then evidently it's okay to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, how the fuck, I mean, can a motherfucker tell you, hey, young man, you don't need to be doing that. And then I go back to my daddy and say, well, hey, man, this dude said I shouldn't be doing that. And his rebuttal is, fuck him. My daddy said, fuck him, fuck you. Shit, I'm going to get this motherfucking bread.
But you know what? I just want to say, even in your case, how we look at that something, it's more normal in that, even in that teaching, not to say that it was right, it's just to say it's more normal than we'll look at somebody who killing women and kids, or, you know, it's because death isn't natural.
Well,
death is not a natural thing. If to kill someone is
No,
not
death
natural,
is natural, fam.
I mean to die is natural, but I mean to kill someone and to see death, that's not necessarily a natural thing.
Well, see that, and this is why I gotta disagree.
Because we all gonna die. We all gonna die. Don't get me wrong.
Well, if in your mind state that it is a natural thing, see, in your mind state is not a natural thing.
Right.
But in that person's mind state, like, that's years and years and years of this shit, man. That's like you know.
Right.
Okay, the things you say, what now? We supposed to want our kids to be a better version of us. Yeah, he did. He wanted me to be a better thief than him. But well, it's the truth. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you see is not. Now, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I babysitted you from the time you was born.
Right.
So you was old enough to think on your own.
Right.
I always had you. True.
Right.
But now, if I always, by me being the person that was always around you, and I'm constantly showing you this type of life,
right.
And I'm telling you, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this,
right.
Or I'm showing you this, and there's no repercussions coming from what was happening with me. You gonna at some point it's gonna click in your head. Yeah, that's okay.
But I know I agree with what you said. I'm just saying I feel like it's a difference when we talking about what we've been normalized to see than what we see like I say, a motherfucker eating people.
But if that's your normal,
but that's what he said. And that's what I'm saying though. I feel like taking away from that in the black community, when we see things like this, we still got a moral standard of things. You know what I'm saying? We hate to say it, but killing, robbing, murder, it all gets justified in some way or sort. But when you see something as far as a motherfucker going around raping 1,000 women, we ain't gonna look at that exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? But it is.
The majority of us won't.
Right.
But some people will.
That's
I mean, it's a sad thing to say.
Yeah, no,
but it's the truth. A lot of us won't. Like, I can't see. I can never picture him as a man to say, well, I mean, he did what he felt he had to do. Hell no. Not when it comes to harming a child or an innocent woman. You know what I'm saying? Now you get a motherfucker out here on the street and this motherfucker acting up, and the motherfucker say, well, hey, he knew what the streets was. That's our demeanor. Not to say that it's right, but that was kind of the demeanor we grew up in. See, like, and I think you made this statement maybe a couple of weeks ago. We protected our own. Like I say, you can sit there and say this, that you want to about, and I'm not even just saying Ivanhoe. I'm saying all them motherfucking hoods. We protected our own because it wasn't no motherfucker finna walk in there and do nothing. And see, here's the thing that 9 times out of 10, if something happened to a motherfucker in Ivanhoe, it's because a motherfucker in Ivanhoe did it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So wasn't no motherfucker walking in that motherfucker doing nothing. Right. So you gotta it just but I can't tell you what happened when me and Chill left the playground and Chill walked in the house and I walked in the house. It's like he can't tell you what happened in my house.
Right.
Right.
That's a fact.
Man, that's a good point, fam. Because I know one of my OGs, man, we had got into it, man. God rest the dead, my man Andre Trust. He was somebody I looked up to, man. I admired as a kid. He was just a few years older than me, but Andre Trust was always bigger and stronger. And he was, down with the GD stuff when it first jumped off. But like you just said, when one person go home, their house might be hell in their household. Exactly. Whereas I was going home to a household that was full of love. And we got into it, and he was like, Chill, y'all had love in y'all family, man. Y'all had love in your household. He said, wasn't like that in my house. But me being naive, in my mind, I'm thinking like, this one big community, we all outside, we having fun, playing outside. So I'm thinking it's all great in everybody's household. But it wasn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like Frankie was saying, what was they normal? What normalized them for them to end up being the cannibals that they was, the rapists that they was? What trauma did they go through? Or was they just a bad seed from the jump? Because some people have a perfect home and still end up being monsters.
Be fucked up and be fucked up.
So that goes back to that spirit that's inside them.
Right.
That's a fact. I do feel like we do undervalue how much shit is hereditary because, for them to say that, alcohol addiction and hereditary, but they also say that if your father was alcoholic, then more than likely the child gonna be alcoholic. That just show how much this shit is really in the blood. Yeah. It show how much this shit really in the blood. Way you gonna turn out more than just alcohol though. Yeah, that's what we be understanding. It's more than alcohol.
Way more than that. Like I can tell you, dog, on some real shit. I'm a better man now, but I would have to negotiate with myself. Dog, when I was growing up, is this right? Is this wrong? Well, if you do that, I would have to talk to myself, because it wasn't no problem for me to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The problem was trying not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it came so natural to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It came so natural to do this, that, or the other. The problem was, when you got to sit there and tell yourself, shit, you got to be a better person than that. Dude, what you doing? You literally stopping yourself. Hey, what you doing? You having a conversation with yourself.
Hey, y'all made me think of It's like that movie Caught Up with old boy Bo King when he just got out of jail. And he was trying to going back. He's like, stop doing that dumb shit. Like, he was talking to himself though in the movie at that part. And that right there is like I said, that's what came in my mind.
It
like,
is because it's
really
like
gotta do that because my bad. I mean, but I always say it's easy to do bad. It's hard to do good, especially when you know what good is.
That's what the Bible tells us. The word tells us that say evils abound every day, and we wrestle against the flesh daily to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? We don't battle against flesh and blood. We battle against principalities and evil weaknesses in high places. And them high places start right here in your mind and then in your heart. Like you said, you had to every day you had to wrestle with that mentality to do right or do wrong.
Right. I mean, I know some of us like, oh, this motherfucker crazy. Yeah, I might be. But you know what I'm saying? It was just one of them situations where, you know what I'm saying? You see your dad and you see that your dad doing this, your dad doing that. Dude, before I was 16, I knew, I mean, and this public record, so it's not like I knew about 3 murders that my dad did. That was ruled accidental murders. Did he do it accidentally? I don't know. But it was 3 times.
What must we say? I threw myself off track.
Man, say, my man, and say you right. Your kids will tell you a lot about yourself.
That's a fact.
You know what?
That is a fact.
That's some real shit, Ed. That's some real shit. I got daughters, and I look at them like, you're some evil little motherfuckers. Like, man, like I can look at my daughters like, damn, you some evil little motherfuckers. And everybody look and say, well, where they get it from? Like, was I that? You know, now you ask yourself, like, damn, was I that evil? And I got girls. And I'm like, man, these are some evil ass girls. They just not like they don't smile. They don't, I mean, you be like, you got such a pretty smile. Smile sometime. You know, you cannot get them motherfuckers smile for shit.
They got a mug on their face, boy. A mug on their face.
Stay mug came out the womb mug.
Like good young women.
But dog, just mean. It just mean. Just eat like little pit bulls. Just mean. Dog, and everybody's like, so what do you think? Like, dude, this was you. This is how you act when you was a kid. I'm like, I wasn't that bad. They like, oh yeah, you was.
But you know, but the thing is though, the environment y'all was in was totally different. That's why y'all see it from a totally different, because like you say, you had to battle with yourself, and like Chill was saying, you got to battle with the flesh, and it's in the house is going on, something going on. It's outside the house, something going on. It's at school, something going on. It's so many different elements of the same shit you got to battle with, especially in y'all generation, because you know, 90s all, you know, the golden era and all that music shit, but you motherfuckers had it rough, goddamn. Yeah, coming outside was the battlefield. Going to school was the battlefield. Like it was a battle in the classroom.
Let me tell you. I look at it as a gift and a curse.
That's right.
My mother, she thought she was doing the right thing. You know, and she was like, well, I don't. If you go to Washington, you're gonna be with all them little badass Ivanhoe boys. So my mother sent me to Chase. I had to go to Chase. Dude,
I went to Chase too.
Dude, when I tell you, if a roach climbed on the wall, Kaz brought it. That boy from the projects brought the roaches. Dude, it was hell. Like everything that happened. If a rat was in there, Kaz brought it. If a roach was in there, Kaz brought it. If it's a garbage, that's Kaz garbage.
And the mental fortitude you gotta have, even as a kid, to not go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how you can see, just how you gave the example earlier, Chill, about how you said you grew up in the house with love and your homeboy said he didn't. You know what I'm saying? You can see how you gotta have a mental strength in you to withstand a lot of shit if you really gonna make it in this life. Otherwise, it ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't gonna be nothing to you to kill somebody over nothing.
Right.
It's already built up.
See,
it's already built up.
Go ahead, Chill.
I went to Chase School, right?
Right.
And unfortunately, I was a beady-eyed little black boy. I flunked kindergarten in Chase School because my teacher was real high yellow. I thought she was white. But because I was from the projects, she labeled me off top as, not learning, couldn't do this, never. When I was smarter than everybody in my class, but I refused to talk because she always belittled not only me, but my mother and everybody else around me. You understand what I'm saying? And I ended up slapping her. I slapped her and I flunked kindergarten. But I went, like I said, and I love Chase. I went from Chase back and forth between Chase and Norton. I went to Washington in 6th grade. But at Chase School, because it was Westbrook, all the people in the homes, everything, everybody who lived on one side of on one side of Avenue went to Chase. Everybody else went to Washington. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's what we even now, it's economic racism within ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? And like Frankie just said, your fortitude as a child has to be so strong to deal with that when the adults should be the ones can't even really deal with that.
Hey, before you jump in, I just want to say, some of them teachers had the same mentality of a cop. How everybody say, you got who became a cop. The teachers, they would have that mentality to kids.
Yeah, dog.
And that's so crazy. It ain't never been said like this, but that's how I look at it.
Something came up stolen. Dude, I was getting pulled out the class. Let me check your coat. Let me do this. Get the fuck off me. You know what I'm saying? Dog, I had to dude. I fucking had to spaz out one day, dog. This motherfucker jived on me so bad, dog. I mean, this motherfucker going. He was going. I mean, he wouldn't stop jiving, dog. I look up, the teacher cracking up. Teacher laughing like a motherfucker. She snickered. Dog, she didn't put her whole hand down. She cracking up. Woo-hoo-hoo. Dog, she's supposed to be stopping this shit. Right. Whole class laughing at me. Teacher laughing at me. He just going. Man, I got up, picked up motherfuckers. I picked up the chat and just slung the motherfucker. And just went to work. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna just fuck it. I just went crazy.
That's crazy because like I was saying, you had that teacher with a mentality where it was all a community, so she didn't went to school with some of your family members. If you don't know you from the project, so if she went to school with your family members and they treated her away, or she wasn't shit, or the man, whatever it was, the principal, they gonna bring that down on you. Oh, you his family? Oh, okay, I know how to deal with you. Automatically, they wrote you off or wrote your daughter off or your kid. They do that shit. That shit crazy. That shit wild. That shit wild. I got them cop mentalities in school or had them. I don't think it's as bad now, but shit.
Because they know these little motherfuckers that like their ass up.
I ain't gonna lie, I was in 3rd grade. My homeboy threw his shit at the teacher. I was say, hey, you don't be playing around.
Right.
He threw a chair at the teacher. That shit went around the school for years.
Right. I'll say that's how it be, but shit, look at us now. We got a motherfucking podcast. Chill. We doing the damn thing, so y'all teachers, if y'all still living in y'all, hey, how y'all doing? Right. We made it.
They ain't died, they ain't in jail. You know what I'm saying? God bless.
We made it.
Saying?
And my teachers tell me, man, you're gonna die just like such and such a dad. You ain't gonna be about nothing. You gonna be this, you gonna be that. And I just sit back and look and be like, and you know what? I see them same teachers sometimes I go back home, especially during that, serving area, and they used to come and buy work or whatever and different things, and they got to see my face. And you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at them like, wow. You degraded me.
Right.
Now here you are. You know, and
Try-
then you go to back to work on top of it. You feel
Right,
me?
trying to get a double, trying to get a double up. Yeah, I got your
Exactly.
double up.
Exactly. Act like
And
it's
I'm
all
charged.
good. But
Yeah,
them
yeah, and
same
I'm charged.
people, them same people now, you know, I got multiple degrees now. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm an elder in the church. So I look at them same people I see them sometimes, they see me and they be shook like, I thought you'd be dead by now. That's the look they give you. Or I thought you would be in prison for the rest of your life. And it's like, but you weren't one of them teachers that did believe in me. But the teachers that did believe in me, they was like, I'm glad you finally got your act together, nigga. I've been waiting for this forever. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
you gotta pick. You can't let them ones that have that mentality, Frankie, that you said, because they may have had your parents or your people grew up with them or something like that. But there are a few. There was a few teachers that Chase, Towson, and Westside was like, I don't care what you're going through. I'm gonna need you to do this because I see what you got in you, but you just letting situations guide you the wrong direction. You feel me? And that's what we got to come in to the next people behind us. You feel me? Like if I could do it, y'all could do it and do it better.
You can do it, right?
It's sad when we talk about this when y'all was kids, though. That's the thing. I can't understand. When y'all in high school, y'all look at yourselves even at that point as a man to a point. But when you're in elementary school and the teacher tells you some shit like this, or laughing and really, I'm like, come on now, like y'all, that shit is really wild to me right there. That shit is really wild that I ain't even got enough tact. You know what I'm saying, to be adults in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's crazy.
It's commonplace, man.
You said what?
It's commonplace. And the crazy part about it, Gary honestly had one of the better school systems in the state at that time period.
Yeah.
And that's why they doing the charter schools and all that stuff the way they do it now, because they want to break up that strong community orientated teaching. You understand what I'm saying? So now they got all these outsiders trying to teach and govern how we supposed to be taught in the Gary school system. Because so many people from Gary, even though it was rough as hell in Gary growing up, they were still some educated people. We were just acting crazy, but we were far from being dumb. You understand what I'm saying? So you got all these educated people from Gary going out into the world, making it happen. If we gotta do something about it, we gotta break that up. And that's what education came in there. That's why education, baby. That's why education is where it is now in the city of Gary. That's how they doing it. That's why they doing us. What they doing us now. We're trying to grow the education system. You feel me?
Look here, man. I'm gonna tell you. When I first moved down to Indianapolis, I moved down here, better job, situation. But I remember waking up, getting ready to go to work one morning. And I remember Rudy Clay had came down to Indianapolis, and he said he was going to come to the Capitol and see if he can get 150, it was either 150,000, 250,000. I think it was 150,000 though. Pretty sure, for the school and to keep the schools open and school funding. And they told him no. They turned him down. They wouldn't give him the money. And I remember like, damn, that's fucked up. And I remember waking up that next morning and they had passed a grant for $1 million.
Yeah.
To put swimming pools around Indianapolis. I said, so y'all wouldn't give us 150,000.
Yep.
For our school, our education, but y'all would spend $1 million on swimming pools?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I already knew. But then even before that, when I was working for the city of Gary, I would work in recycling. We would have to go to City Hall and get the recycling. And I would always see all these people buying up buying property and all this shit and this, that, and I'm like, damn, these people buying a lot of fucking property in Gary. Dude, me, you, or Chill, we might not see it, but these motherfuckers, They trying to starve Gary out. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's what it is.
They trying to starve Gary out to the point where well, it's a ghost town now. It's a ghost town.
Yeah.
We can bulldoze all this shit down because at the end of the day, it's still lakefront property.
That's what they want.
And motherfuckers seem to forget that lakefront property is worth some serious motherfucking money.
Man, you know, Dewan Salih told me that, man, at Sam Elder funeral. He was like, Chief, I live in Florida now, man, Miami, man. He said, well, I come home once a month to buy property around in the Bronx and around in Mill and other places. He said, man, if you get some money, man, don't let them white people take over our hood, man. He said, man, buy that property back. And me and T was just talking about that, about how they're trying to get people together to buy Avenue. Because they tried to sell for $50,000 to some outside people. Yeah. But they want to sell nobody within the community. And I was like, we just get 50 people or 100 people to put up $1,000 a piece or $500 a piece. We could buy that property, and then she was talking about we can make community centers and all this kind of stuff. Something that's gonna edify. You know what I'm talking about? Rebuilding the younger ones back up, giving them hope.
You know what, Chill? It was when that was first said about the $50,000 that they were selling it for only $50,000. Somebody got on Facebook, and I'm not gonna say no names. I said I was gonna let it go. And they was like, well, you motherfuckers wouldn't even pay y'all rent and all that shit. How y'all think y'all gonna get $50,000 now? And I snapped. I clean went the fuck off. I told motherfucker I'm gonna come to your place of business, bitch. And I said that when you see all those Ivanhoe motherfuckers in your place of business getting ready to beat your ass, don't say you didn't say the shit. I ain't say no names. I did. I let loose, and I granted it was very unprofessional, but it just pissed me off. Like, motherfucker, we could buy your business if we want to. Stop playing with us. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? To go back to what you were saying about the education, right? You know, my auntie is the president of the Gary Teachers Union and the AFT down in Gary, and that whole region from Fort Wayne, some down here. But she be down here in Indianapolis and Lafayette like almost every other weekend fighting to get money and get the teachers their rights to teach how they want to teach. And I remember a long time ago, she had told me how the then governor of Indiana, Mitch Daniels, was trying to destroy the Gary Community School system with the charter schools. And I'm like, auntie, you just, and I was being arrogant, like, auntie, you just hating, because they put money, they got, but I was just really messing with her. But as like you just said, Zach, how, when you look at it, how they just didn't want to give $150,000, but gave up millions. Then go back to that comment that the young lady said about y'all didn't want to pay y'all rent. But the average person that I know from not only Ivanhoe, but the average person from Gary that left Gary trying to make it, they got enough money to pull together, do whatever they want to do. We was hurting because we was in the place we was living in. It wasn't no jobs or opportunity there. Right. But now because we don't live there no more, and we used everything we learned in them school systems, everything we learned in the streets to make it how we making it now, it's more than enough money to go back there and put the city back on the map. We just got to be able to do it and let the politicians allow us to do it.
Yeah. And see what it is like, and here's the sad part about it is that me and you could probably, and I'm just saying, if me and you came up with the money right now, they would give us every motherfucking reason why they couldn't sell us that property.
That's a fact.
Yep. Exactly.
You got a permit, you got a license, you got this, you got that, you got an LLC. They're gonna start making up shit just like they did, and just like they always do. You know what I'm saying? You want to vote? Guess how many balls in this jar? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just anything they can come up with to keep black. Because at some point, we just gotta admit, it's just because they don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Just they don't want to see black people make it. That's just what it is. We can keep making the excuse or whatever it is. At the end of the day, us in particular, our race of people and ethnicity, they don't want us to get ahead of this shit because we gonna bring balance to this shit.
Right.
We ain't gonna get at the head of the world and start saying kill them and burn that. Nah, we gonna say, all right, well, let's do this shit fair. You said this happened, you said this happened, sound like this happened, we gonna break it down the middle. That's how we gonna look at things. Go back in our cribs and be cool. But they don't want that. They want power and money.
You ever heard of the Baldwin Hill Crenshaw Mall in California, in LA?
Baldwin Hills, yeah.
I heard of the Crenshaw Mall.
That mall is right behind the jungle. The jungle is behind that mall, and then you got Baldwin Hills above that, where a lot of kind of well-to-do black people live, and then you got the Crenshaw district right here. That's where they did film Baby Boy, White Men Can't Jump. All that was right there. Boys in the Hood, all that was filmed right there, right? Some black businessmen in the city of LA and women, they all got together to try to buy that mall back and turn it into a multi-community center for black people, for whatever they're gonna do it with, right? And they did the same thing. They said, "No, y'all can't buy it." And they weren't like they was, former dope dealers. They was prominent doctors, lawyers, everything within the city of LA who wanted to buy that area and fix it up for black and Hispanic people. And they said they told them no.
I can see right now. Wait a minute. So let me get this right. 2 motherfuckers that grew up out here trying to buy this motherfucker? Hell no. Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what it is.
And unfortunately, that's why you got to use shell companies. That's why they got to have somebody as a front, but they money and resources coming from a whole other area, but they got their own LLC, like you said, Frankie, set up, but they LLC is beholden to this board over here. And this board say, hey,
I just came across my bad, Chill.
Now go ahead, fam.
I just came across an article not too long ago of a black family that was trying to sell their house. I had put it on Facebook a little while ago. They was trying to sell their house and they got praise, and it was supposed to be going for some millions. I forget what area it was. San Diego. It was something out west. And when they went to go sell it, the person who was trying to, like the bank or whatever, they came and tried to lowball them out of the price of their home. And they went and got some white people to act like they live. They took their pictures out. White people to act like some white people live to sell it. And they gave them the real value. And now they got a lawsuit against the bank for that shit. It just go to show, like, this is what we really got to go through. No matter if you a nigga from the hood who was a dope dealer and came up, or you a nigga who went to college and got your money right. It ain't about none of that. It's about this. It's about this color right here. That's why it's so important that we got to find a way to come back together, whether you a nigga from college or you a nigga from the hood or whatever. A nigga that went to the league or football, baseball, no matter what it is, niggas got to stop getting their money and running off and got to bring it back to the hood. That's why
I was Frank, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. 1,000 pardons. Go ahead.
That's why I like a nigga like Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying, so much, and the Nipsey's for what they stand for. I ain't saying Kendrick don't live in a mansion somewhere, but I feel like he know where he come from. You know what I'm saying? He know where he spend his time at and what he's trying to make happen. Like, in between him making albums, you don't really hear nothing about Kendrick Lamar. And I feel like he takes things in the background, in the shadows, that he really want to see get done for a city, and that's important. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so now let me ask both of y'all something. Chill. I'm gonna ask you first.
Okay.
Luke, you become a lucrative businessman. I mean, you make money. You hit it, or hell, or even to say you hit the Powerball. I'm talking about we talking about the big dog, the 300 million, shit like that. You walk away 300 million. You like hell, you the man. Do you go back to Gary to live?
What I will do, I'm not going back to the crib, but I will live close enough to where I can make effective change with the quickness. And I will have a house probably there on the lake somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And for real, it's gonna have to go back to the days like it was like when we was trapping. You can't know where my mama stay. You can't really know where I stay. Not where I really lay my head at. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So I would do something like that, but I wouldn't go back and just be announcing because people hurting. Regardless of what you plan on doing for the city, people still hurting. You know what I'm saying? And they will try to take advantage of that situation.
You know, in my opinion, hey, I honestly, I always say this: if I had the money, and not even no 300 million, if I was just well off, I'd just live in Miller, man. Like you said, right off the lake, I live in Miller. Give me a nice crib out there, and I still try to do my best to do what I can for the city. Now, what it take is it take more than money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right.
I'm not no super flashy nigga, so I ain't trying to come out there and stun on nobody or look like I got it or made it. You know what I'm saying? The guys on the truth, I would be out there walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not thinking like, you know, because I know y'all like, man, they gonna rob you as soon as you touch fifth. You know what I'm saying? Not even thinking like that, but just thinking of what I could be doing to make change. Like, I'll be the nigga out there trying to assemble young kids. Hey, look, hey, y'all want to make some money? Hey, grab these garbage bags. We finna clean up the park. You know what I'm saying? I will be out there doing everything I can because with that kind of money, I'm not working no more. I'm gonna have my investments, and I can empower people at that point to make money. You know what I'm saying? It's the problem. I feel like we got today more so. It ain't about providing the money. It's about getting people in the mindset to understand what they working for. Because don't nobody really want to work my age younger. And then when they do get money, they don't know what to spend it on. They don't know what to invest in. They don't know what they using money for. Because everybody got this fucked up mentality. I finally got it. I'm about to get some designer. I'm finna fuck all the bitches that I've been wanting to fuck. I'm finna get the cars I've been wanting to see me in. That mentality gotta be gone now. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that shit, it ain't gonna do nothing but gonna make you a target. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you got?
Now, in the words of that great philanthropist, I know I said I'll stay in the hood. But once I get my money, I'm gone. I'm out of it. I'm not standing here. I'm not chill. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. I'm gonna put some money back. I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna do it. But no, I'm not staying there. I'm not coming in no hoods. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, motherfuckers say what they want. Sell out, Uncle Tom. You a house nigga. You what? Fuck you. I'm not going back. I'm not. You think I'm chill? Yeah, I'm not going back to poverty. We grew up in fucking poverty, and I'm not going back.
Right.
And if I do go back, I'm coming back like a fucking celebrity, which means I'm gonna have plenty of bodyguards.
That's off top.
I'm not letting y'all fuck me over. Y'all not finna fuck me. Y'all not finna rob me in. Because I'm gonna be twinkling, baby. I'm gonna be glistening. I like to show out. I look good. I'm gonna have motherfucker. Goddamn, I have everything I think I want. 300 million. But I'm going.
Hey man, I'm gonna give me some property on that beach because a lot of them houses around on that beach right now, right there when you walk out your house and walk to that beach. Me and my homegirl that work together, she can Gary too. That was like last summer, before COVID. Them houses was like 400,000, 500,000. You feel me?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll give me a big and if you run your ass up on that,
right.
Dogs don't get you. If the attack dogs don't get you, them guards will. I'm not bullshitting. not fucking.
Because Frankie, somebody gonna know you got some money. And if you empowering people, giving people in the neighborhood to go pick up cans, and you walk around with them, they're like, man, that nigga got some money. He must got a couple $100. We gonna rob him just for a couple $100. It's the perception of what you're doing that's gonna make people think you got more than what you got.
Hey,
you see what I'm saying? Regardless of how much you try to downplay it, your actions gonna show them you got something.
But you know what that's gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? Because the leader in me gonna say, y'all can rob me for these $100 in exchange for the conversation I'm gonna give y'all that's gonna last longer.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? We can't keep not believing that it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta lead the force that this is possible. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta lead the force that's possible. $100 won't be nothing to me. I'm not risking my life for it. You know what I'm saying?
But you are.
No. I'm saying I'm not gonna not give it to him. You know what I'm saying? If I got $200 in my pocket and a nigga come rob me, I'm not finna fight for this $200.
Here's the thing: a motherfucker still shoot you.
That's possible.
Ain't no possible. And you got a 90% ratio that this motherfucker gonna shoot you anyway.
All right.
He don't want you to go back and tell the police that it was him, and he ain't leaving. What's the key word? I'm not leaving no witnesses.
Right.
So, like you talking about, well, here, just take 200 and you have a blessed day. Oh, motherfucker, I'm gonna pop your ass too. Nah, I'm not. Look here. I'm not. You know that's right. Hey, look at the D. She knows shit. They gonna take it and kill you. Shit, that motherfucker don't believe in leaving no witnesses. Look here.
I don't think it's gonna happen like that. But I feel where you're coming from.
Right.
I feel where you're coming from. I don't think it's gonna happen like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I know I could be naive in that sense, but I like
who killed Tupac?
The government. But that's a different story.
Who shot Biggie?
Diddy. But that's a different story. We ain't gonna get into that.
I'm saying this motherfucker swole. Wait a minute. He swole up and down with no motherfucker his own people wouldn't shoot him. Now they might have killed, government might have killed him, but at Quad Studio, he got robbed by his own goddamn people.
No, that's right.
Dog, you think that you, like he said, I just seen Sir Matt get robbed just because they thought he sold enough incense that day.
That's crazy right there.
Shit. The Peanut Man then got robbed because he been out here all day. I know he got some bread.
And Mr. May, that's what he is, the Peanut Man. He told me that himself.
I guess
that's my boy father.
I guess what I'm ultimately trying to say is I try to make a plan where I can move in a way where I can help people. You know what I'm saying?
Man, won't be walking around.
If that ain't the plan, I'm gonna try to figure out something though. You know
you gonna have to figure it
out. I don't not. What's my alternative? My alternative is I'm gonna go live in a rich white neighborhood. I'm gonna be paying taxes for their kids to be better. I'm still not helping my community in that sense. You feel what I'm saying?
If you got $300 million, you can help your community.
Yeah,
but I'm not. You know what? When I see that
more living there too.
Now you goddamn lie. I'm sorry. I mean, I know it might be. What I'm saying might be sounding contradictory, but look, until that motherfucker get better, no. Cause see, they're not gonna let me help them yet. They're gonna be too busy trying to take what I got. Now, once this motherfucker community center up, once these schools are open, once these businesses is flourishing again, then it's like, okay, I feel like, all right, now I can walk through that.
See, but that don't change the mentality, because you still gonna have a nigga in that city with a mentality where no matter what, when I see him, I'm gonna rob him. That's all. That's what I'm saying. We got to find a way to change the mentality, no matter what the money gonna bring, because it's always gonna be that mentality, drifting through the city.
Yeah, but then you have more motherfuckers saying, "Nah, man, cool out, man, cool out." Where you just walking by, I'm gonna rob that motherfucker. Shit, let's get his ass.
What he say on Dave Chappelle? Calvin's got a job.
Hell yeah, let's rob his ass. And he smelled like French fries. And they still rob Calvin.
Hey man, I guess all I'm trying to say ultimately, I want to see something happen where we ain't gotta leave without not helping, because Me personally, I don't feel safe around white people. I feel like I'm a police phone call away from still going to jail for the rest of my life if they don't like me enough. That's a different fight right there.
Well, you know what?
That's something different.
I'm gonna tell you like
then I got 300 million in jail. That's torture right there.
I'm not finna sit there and just and I'm not finna get robbed for my black card.
I feel you. Chill, where you at with it?
Man, I'll give back to the community, and I will have me a House of Miller. But when I come back, like he said, it's gonna be like the Jacksons came back. It's gonna be Secret Service. It's gonna be. I'm gonna have some people, some niggas I know that might, protect me right, and and you gotta be protected, man, because now you are a commodity. Now you are the franchise. You gotta protect the franchise.
Right. I'm not jumping out no car. I'm not finna just pull up in a motherfucking $500,000 car and go in the hood and park that motherfucker. And I'm finna walk around this motherfucker. No, I'm not doing that.
I ain't getting no $500,000. That's a lot of money.
I'm just saying.
I feel what you're saying. I'm just talking shit.
Shit.
I feel what you're saying. I feel where y'all coming from, man. It got to be somewhere in the middle where
Because just think, Frankie. Just think, man.
I just want to say, just like in a sense of Prince, how he would tell artists, he would tell us, like he was talking to Alicia Keys, he told her he wanted Claire Sample because she didn't own her master. So ultimately, I'm not helping you. I'm helping you help a record label send their kids to college. That's some real shit. That's some real
But what did Prince say though?
It look like on the surface, it's like I'm helping another black person, but ultimately, we all helping this white motherfucker keep getting rich.
What did Prince say though? What did Prince say?
Man, I don't know what he's saying, to be honest.
He didn't stay in the hood in Minneapolis. He stayed in his own zip code. He had his own zip code. He was in Paisley Park. Paisley Park had his own zip code. He was by himself. You feel me?
Man, so now I say all that shit you talk. You look here, man, and here's my thing. You can sit there and you can holler at the world, and you can say this, you can say that, but look, at the end of the day, you don't have to deal with these Caucasians,
these white devils.
And I'm not gonna even call them all that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
all of them.
You're gonna have to deal with them. Like everybody, this is everything gonna be black. Nah, dog. What we? Okay, so now let me ask you this, and we gonna get up out of here after I ask this question. Okay, everybody keeps saying that they want the world to be equal, and everybody had a fair shake. But in all honesty, a lot of us don't. What we want is to be on top and have them on up under us. So now that's still, at the end of the day, it's still anarchy, whichever way it goes. Whether we on top or they on top, we just don't know what it feels like to be on top because we ain't never been. Now, well, I'm gonna ask you, which one would you rather have? Would you rather have us on top or them on the bottom, or all us equal?
I'd rather all us be equal.
So how can we all get equal if you like I'm not fucking with you?
But I'm not saying that though. What you mean talking about as far as white people?
Yeah.
Because they keeping us from being equal. That's
okay,
what I'm
but
saying.
I'm saying
they the only race of people overtly, you know what I'm saying, that's keeping us from being equal. Other than that, we keep ourselves back just a little bit. We got a whole responsibility for that.
I'm about to say, because if you're going to sit there and tell me that.
No, we definitely hope. Like I say, that's why I say, like, when we get paid our money, that's what I was watching something. Everybody else's money traveled through their race so many times. Our money never traveled through our own race because we give our money away to every other culture. Whether we go to the Chinese people to get our weave or whatever, some shit like that, or we go to motherfucking any white establishment to get whatever we need.
As soon as a black motherfucker opens something up, what's the first? Man, that shit too high. I ain't paying for that shit.
That's a fact. We hold ourselves back in that way. We definitely got to take responsibility.
So I'll say, it's to the point now they ain't even got to do shit to us. We do it to ourselves so fucking much.
Yeah, I can't not agree with you. I definitely feel like we hold more of the blame than we could definitely be pointing the finger for at this point. When it comes to us getting our own power.
Exactly.
Now, when we talk about shit like how y'all was talking about Ivanhoe, like they won't sell it to us. Like, that's different. But as far as us even just building wealth,
But
we fucking ourselves.
And see, we got to get to that point to be able to say, well, me and Chill can walk in there and say, yeah, 2 predominantly black men from Ivanhoe Projects want to buy this. And they say, oh, well, damn, that's nice.
But see, but the thing that I feel like that fuck it up is, like I say, even beyond the money, it's psychological. Because let's say you got 50 people go in and give you 1,000. You're going to have 15 people to say, well, who going to keep the deed, or who going to be in charge? Why he got to keep it? And that's going to become another issue. They got nothing to do with money. That's why I'm like, we all just fucked up internally a little bit.
Right.
We
So
got to get that right.
Right. That's what I said. We got to fix ourselves within before we sit there. And why we keep saying that it's their fault I'm down. It's their fault I'm down. You know, and shit. I mean, we got to, like I said, if being okay, the DC say we need more unity. We're gonna get, we gonna get that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get that. But like I said, that's just like me, like you said, me and Chill. We go by it and say, well, it shouldn't be a fight of who gonna hold the deed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If both our name on it, why the fuck are we fighting on who?
No, not y'all. I'm just talking about.
No, I'm just saying. I know what you're saying.
Got you,
But see, the fight is this. Well, since I'm the flashy, arrogant one, I want to be the one to walk around with the deed in my pocket. Look, I own this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, ain't neither one of us got to open our mouth and say shit, but we gonna sit here and make these millions off of it.
That's
Yep.
So yeah, we gonna find a way to pull it together.
I.e. the Dame Dash Suge Knight syndrome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get on up out of here. We didn't give these people enough time.
Vibing. Sundays, y'all come back next week. Tune in live, get your comments up, YouTube, Facebook, Kazone. Y'all come in, check us out.
Chill. You got any words for us?
Hey man, I just say, man, God bless and y'all be safe, man, and always look at Unified Vision and come holler at us for your CNA and QMA needs.
That's what's up.
Word.
What's up.
You got something you want to shout out?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Y'all know what we do, man. We gonna Sin City present Vibing. Don't forget to check us out on Wednesday, SinCityRadioShow.com. SinCityRadioShow.org. Check me at Cass versus Zach. That's my IG. Y'all want to hear them spoken words, nice poetry stories? Check us out at CassZone.com. Y'all know how we do it. Oh, we still got Sin City the cartoon. If y'all ain't never checked out Sin City, the movies, webisodes 1 through 4, check us out. We definitely gonna get this. We definitely gonna get this moving.
Word up.
Stay locked in. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're gonna get up out of here. See y'all.